questions. And I don't need you to, okay? Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Head coach. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
When you're the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft of 2017, puts a little extra scrutiny. Defensive end Myles Garrett is certainly used to it. In 2018, came into his own his 2nd year in the league with 13.5 sacks and really expects to increase that total in years to come.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Good job.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On first down, Carson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 14 carries, 55 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
From the 16, Wilson, his throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Browns under their new head coach, Freddie Kitchens. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 5 catches, 115 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is and make...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Hindsight is 2020, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. A few issues here in the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep, Jarvis Lane. Here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Touchdown!
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Seibert on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson going to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL.
But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now here's Michael Dixon on for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. From the 39, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Greg Olsen. 27 yards, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mayfield looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Wilson. Dorsett's got it. Wiggles free. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
You ready? You ready? 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check back.
On first down, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Mayfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Oh, the Seahawks come after it, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run again with Hunt. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And an alley to run. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
This is Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Carson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he... Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Myers connects on the PAT. The decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. Third down here. The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. First down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
Hurry!
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And bulldozing his way through. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
For Nick Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The Browns on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And he'll find his way in for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Get that quarterback and all.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he this one in. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield now, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Mike 51. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's get it.
They run again with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to